Ladies and gentlemen, faculty, staff, and students, good afternoon. My name is Ceyran Jafarova. I'm a student of School of Public and International Affairs, and hopefully in a day I will be also graduating from that school. I'm honored to welcome you all to the Commencement Ceremony 2021. I'm thrilled, honestly, to be the host of this incredible event. Today, we are going to witness the end of one chapter and beginning of another. So let us admit that this year was a little bit challenging due to the pandemic that struck us, causing us to be unable to be visiting our beautiful campus. But thankfully, today we have chance on this very special day, on our graduation day, to enjoy the beauty of our ADA campus. Recently, we have celebrated the 15th birthday of ADA University. Throughout these years, over 1,000 students have graduated from that university and joined the growing alumni community of ADA University. It's important to note that this year, 20 international students from over 13 different countries are graduating. And also you may see their flags waving over there. So the countries that our beloved international students are representing are following: Afghanistan, Belarus, Chile, Colombia, Georgia, Ghana, Islamic Republic of Iran, Kazakhstan, Nigeria, Pakistan, Russian Federation, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. So, there is a special group of people who have helped these young people, including myself, to be here. Indeed, they are way less than students in number, but they have dedicated the same, if not more, of a time and energy for making today possible. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the faculty of ADA University, led by Dean Dr. Aras Yusubov. Right, thank you very much. Now, I kindly ask you all to stand for the national anthem of Republic of Azerbaijan. Thank you very much. And now the time came for the introductory speeches. So for that reason, I would like to give the floor to the Dean of the School of Information Technologies and Engineering, Dr. Araz Yusupov.
Thank you, Ceylan. Okay. Director Pashayev, Minister, fellow faculty and staff members, dear students, and all those who watch us through the online streaming. Dear ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and friends. It's an emotional moment, you can feel it. And it's very emotional to stand here and see you all on campus. It is also for the first time we have such a ceremony for our School of IT and Engineering, site, how we call it. So from the moment I was told to deliver a speech, I was trying to figure out what to tell to you all amidst the hurdles of the end of semester and delayed first year final exams period and daily routines of the school. I had many different ideas running through my head. As in the best traditions of the genre, I did not have the speech in the morning. Who talks about deadlines here? Yes? So I apologize beforehand for a potentially messy speech. Just because, not because I didn't have any ideas, just because so many things I would like to tell you, and I'm afraid this 5 minutes would not be enough, so I will have to cut off some stuff anyway. So I'm perhaps supposed to deliver some words of wisdom, but an image of somebody preaching from an ivory tower never appealed to me. That's probably why I prefer Fizuli over Nizami, never sending instructional wisdom from above. Fizuli would rather share his life stories and kind of say, I'm one of you. And in fact, I am graduating in some sense too, while stepping down from the dean's position after 4 years of doing the job to move back to teaching as a faculty member at site. It started 4 years ago in rector's office with the offer and request to dedicate 4 or 5 years of my life that I accepted the day after with gratitude. And it is and it was a privilege and honor, and I still feel humbled by the opportunity to lead the team of site, faculty and staff committed to high ethical standards and professionalism, as well as to be part of the brilliant cohort of colleagues in the university management. Dear Hafiz Malim, thank you for this opportunity. Back in 2017, just a year before our first graduation, we had a baggage of urgent issues to be resolved, from a program name change, not approved yet by the ministry, to lack of basic electronics or robotics kits to support our teaching. But I believe site has transformed from ugly duckling to the rising star of the campus, with constantly increased quality of incoming students, improved research potential with the recently launched graduate program, and more global outlook with international projects and publications. From a funny opening for site, abbreviation, stay inspired till the end, became a motto of the School of IT and Engineering, on the pin we all wear proudly today. Each of us had an important role to play in site achievements, and I would like to thank especially our faculty and staff once again for their commitment and passion towards profession of teaching and cause of education. Dear professors, instructors, academic advisors, admission and career management colleagues, thank you for your support and care for your school and university. This is what created the culture of our site family that has been attracting best talent to the school. Almost 2 years ago, I think you can join me clapping for our faculty, yes? Almost 2 years ago, I was standing on the same spot to address the freshman students at the University Honor Code ceremony. And there is no video recording of that, unfortunately. But I noted how important, during my speech, I noted how important courage is to never lose our heart and stay inspired on the way for becoming able, decent, ambitious citizens, as you all are today. And I wish them best of luck in this journey. Next speaker symbolically was the very embodiment of courage and bravery, Ilham Zakiev, Paralympic champion who lost his eyesight on Karabakh frontline back in 1999. Little I knew that in a year's time we will all have a test of courage for facing a global pandemic and military aggression and war. I want to reiterate my message of appreciation and thank all our students for demonstrating a true side spirit in face of challenges we went through together, especially in 2020. And the small image of Haru Bulbul on pin actually is symbolizing that and the victorious end of the war. Every graduating cohort is special. We grow and get stronger with you. You, the first one inside history, are special in your own way. I had the privilege to teach some of you, and you were special from very beginning. Over the years, you became role models at site for volunteering, community support, responsible citizenship, and positive attitude. Together, we restarted the tradition of first Lego League robotics competitions in 2018, wrote a history together with your faculty with running the 31st International Olympiad in Informatics in 2019, and hosted the 7th ACM Celebration of Women in Computing in 2020. Now, 2021 is your year, dear graduates. Thank you. There are some people who are not able to join us on campus today, but who are perhaps excited more than the graduating students. The souls closest to you in the whole universe, parents, your fathers and mothers. I will have to say the following words in no any other language that our mother tongue. Aziz analar, atalar, çok sağ olun, gözünüz aydın olsun, her zaman övladlarınızın xoş sədasını eşidəsiniz. I don't think that I have much time, so I'm wrapping up. Dear friends, I would like to reflect on ADA University as a place which brought all of us together, as a place which became an alma mater, a nourishing mother forever for all our graduates. It's perhaps not a coincidence that the word university comes from the same root as the word universe. Our campus is like a different world in the center of city. And usually newcoming students who first visit the campus, they like the beautiful architecture of the buildings and bright open spaces designed for collaboration and creativity. But then they meet the people and see different mindsets, attitude, and sometime after they appreciate the values all of this is built on. I believe what we do here can be described as changing the reality. Education has this transformative power. This is especially true for your majors. Computer science, information technology, and computer engineering are strategic for the transformational change our nation is embarked upon. Every graduating cohort leaves our island, Ada, equipped with the values and knowledge to make this change a reality. So today, we wish you all good luck in this journey. Now, some time ago, I noticed that there is some sadness in how Stay Inspired Till the End sounds, as it reminds that there is an end to everything. I believe the last year especially taught us collectively the lesson of cherishing what we have and importance of protecting shared values that we often take for granted. And each of you possibly will feel this responsibility of actually giving back to this alma mater, to this place. We already have this tradition established this semester. So one of our first graduates this year, he was teaching some of you a nice course of mobile robotics. So I hope this tradition will continue with you. So I hope this side tradition of staying inspired till the end will continue with new generations of students and faculty in this never-ending story. As every end indeed is a new beginning. I wish you all good luck in this exciting and meaningful journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arazmelli. And now, okay, ladies and gentlemen, now the valedictorian of this ceremony is going to deliver her speech and share her university memories with us. So please welcome student from the School of Information Technologies and Engineering, Lale Askerova.
Hello, dear Rector Pashaev, Minister Nabiev, professors, fellow students, and those who joined through the online streaming session. It's an honor for me to be a valedictorian and to talk on behalf of ADA School of Information Technologies and Engineering, class of 2021. School of IT and Engineering has become more than just a school. It has rather become a family for all of us. I want to thank the university administration under the careful supervision of Rector Hafiz Pashaev for creating this beautiful campus, which we're lucky to gather in again after 1.5 years of online learning. I'm grateful to the Dean's Office, Dr. Araz Yusubov, Ms. Fidan Yuvetli, and our advisors for having a positive impact on the whole academic process. I'm thankful to Ms. Shabnam Gahraman, who guided all the students who wanted to study at ADA and showed what studying at ADA is like. Of course, I'm grateful to all our instructors for always being open when they share their knowledge, for always being open to the discussions with us. And I'm thankful to my fellow students, my fellow group mates, which I have studied with for the 4 to 5 years. You have created that family feeling. And lastly, I'm grateful to my parents and to parents of all of us who believed in us when no one actually did, who were always there to help us pursue our dreams and be successful in life. Without all of the people I mentioned, it would not be possible for me to stand in front of you as one of the highest CGPA students in my cohort and talk to you. And now I want to tell you some stories because actually I look like a successful person, and you might think that, you might just see the picture and think that I had no troubles and I had no struggles, but that's not true. As every person, I did. To start with, I have always had a dream to talk in front of you, and I have been awarded scholarship for 4 years of my studies, but I had never had a chance to talk in the Excellence Day. I was very sad about that, to be honest, but thanks God right now I can talk today. Like, that's really, I'm so proud of that. And this taught me to be patient, because good things come to those who wait. Then I also remember one time when I applied to Seeds for the Future program and I had to go to China, and like almost everyone got the results, but I didn't. And I was crying right here on this place in the campus because I was so sad. I wanted to go there so much, but in the end, in the evening, I got a result and I was accepted. Another thing that taught me patience was my career story. I actually wanted to start my career journey in the second year of my studies. And right now I have 1.5 years of job experience. And you might think that I just have a high GPA and every employee wants to have an employer like me. No, that's not true. Not everyone wants to work with me. I do not suit every workplace. And then when I wanted to apply to my first internship, I sent my CV to 10 places. I didn't even get a response. No one even wanted to see me on the interview. Then, thanks to Ms. Gülnur Ismail, she helped me to change my CV and she helped me to figure out where I want to work, in what field, in what position. And then, thankfully, I got my first internship and now I'm working. Then another lesson learned in ADA was time management. In my first years of study, I was studying till very late. My parents were not really happy about that because I was not letting them sleep. And even one day I remember having 2 exams in the morning and I was not sleeping the night before, and my mom just came in my room in the morning and she was like, "Why are you not sleeping?" And she was so concerned about that. And you know, our parents in the end, they're always right, because actually on the second exam I fell asleep. Thanks God no one saw that. Yeah. So right now when people ask me like how I manage studying, working and doing some stuff, actually ADA taught me that. I'm thankful. The next thing I learned was learning by myself. In the very first year I took a course. It was Programming Principles 2 course, and it was my first project. Of course, I couldn't ask my professor for help when I got the errors, or ask about every line of code. Of course, I learned how to do that by myself. This was difficult, but then I tried to transfer this message to the fellow students, the fellow freshmen, because they have to understand that we sometimes have to learn ourselves and not to blame others in our own mistakes. And lastly, I learned how to be comfortable alone. During the times of COVID, I was an exchange student in KAIST, and since the learning was online, I didn't really know the students and I didn't really know the instructors, and no one was on campus. People were not responding to emails. And then I understood that I have to be powerful and I have not to blame anyone and just do everything myself. So, in the end, I want to wish us, all of us, to manage our time, to be able to learn ourselves, to value our own power, and be able to work alone. I wish all of us prosperity and finding peace and happiness in life, being successful in education, work, and personal life. And lastly, I always wish to see ADA University in the world ranking lists getting closer to the top every time. And I wish we never lose that spark to education, so that we always want to learn, to study, to become better, and that we never lose that spark to live, because education is actually life. Education opens new possibilities to our lives. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you very much, Lala, for such, let's say, heart-touching speech. And now, I would like to invite our keynote speaker to the stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Minister of Transport, Communications and High Technologies of Republic of Azerbaijan, Mr. Rashad Nebiev.
Thank you very much. Dear Ambassador Pashaev, dear ADA University faculty, thank you for inviting me to speak at commencement ceremony. Dear students, it's an honor for me to share thoughts as you set out on a new journey called adult life. Before I dive into the speech, I would like to thank your faculty for teaching, for inspiring, and of course for challenging you throughout these 4 years. So what do I want to talk about today? First of all, I want to share with you the vision for innovation in Azerbaijan, something already impacting the market you are about to enter, or some of you have already entered. And second, I want to give you 3 pieces of advice, all of which stem from my professional and I would say from my personal life. And let's probably start with a vision for innovation and for innovation environment in the country. My team and I, over the last 5 months, have made the image of innovation environment in the coming years as a pyramid consisting of 3 layers. The bottom and most important layer is a healthy and public governance system, which rests on such important pillars as a rule of law, the fair judiciary system, the healthy banking and financial system, and of course a solid IT infrastructure. We can confidently say that reforms introduced over the last few years by His Excellency Mr. President Aliyev have laid a very solid basis for this. And however, the strong layer, the innovation ecosystem from our standpoint will not flourish without its a key enabler, which is from our standpoint, it's once again, it's science and technology driven industry presence in the country. And at the same time, the road for innovation is paved with inventions. If there is no invention, there will never be any innovation. And to that end, universities, and just like your university, ADA University, have a big role to play here by reinforcing the educational offer with the scientific research. We believe that innovation ecosystem will flourish due to the local specialists just like yourself and who will work in the technology sector and bring out innovation while solving the real life problems. The sustainable startup ecosystem, which is the final layer of the pyramid of our imagination, will only be successful if the first 2 layers are solid and based on a long-term perspectives. Now that you have heard about our innovation environment thoughts for the future, the question is how you can succeed. After all, the success in school, which your colleague now, or your classmate now mentioned, it's all about the good grades, it's all about the hard working, it's all about the test and etc. But the real life has a different rules of success, and there is no one way, or there is no clear path to that. And I'm going to offer you just 3 humble pieces of advice, and all of them are very much connected with one simple notion. It's all about the self. And the first and most important from my standpoint is about developing yourself. Those who think that learning ends at the university are probably wrong. Road to perfection is endless, and this is why education should be a never-ending process. And you can imagine the opposite. One day you stop the learning, and you probably can imagine what's going to happen. You will not be sustaining the competition from the others who have more upgraded knowledge. And just walking down with Rector Pashayev from his office here, I was very much encouraged by his plans for the future of the university, and I'm pretty much sure that the next year graduates and others will be more upgraded with a new, fresher knowledge. So if you miss this opportunity of learning, you will be outdated. It's kind of a outdated diskette of 1990s. You can imagine someone working with that now and someone working with a USB card memory, or even worse, someone just storing their knowledge and their data in a cloud. So take the classes, go to the trainings, and read the books, learn from more experienced colleagues. And however, self-development includes not only the increasing your technical knowledge. In fact, it's much larger room lies in growing yourself. As I mentioned earlier, it's very important just thinking of how I can grow myself. Your biggest competitor will be probably yourself. And how you can know better yourself, it's an important point from my personal experience is that stop and think about before you do anything. Daniel Kahneman, the very prominent author of Thinking Fast and Slow, claims that 90% of our decisions are made intuitively without any analyzing the data, which is very much close to you, analyzing the data, and you know the importance of analyzing the data. So please just don't do anything without analyzing the proper data. Regularly analyze your actions, behavior, and to understand your motivation and be able to harness it. So there will be many cases where you will not be able to analyze, you will not be able to come to the conclusion by yourself. So what you should be doing at that point in time? The best way probably would be finding a right coach or right mentor. I discovered the full benefit of mentorship only after I was appointed as chairman of Other Cosmos. And I am now confident that every person needs a mentor or a coach, including the top professionals. I extensively used coach after 2 years of myself being at Other Cosmos. I find out something doesn't go well. I would take the coach. She was a very experienced HR manager. She used to work for BP many years and worked in abroad. And she would go with me to the management meetings. And after the meeting, she would tell me that you didn't do this in the right way. And one of the most important things which I took from her is that you're pretending that you're listening, but you entered the room with your own decision. Now just learn how you can listen to your colleagues, learn how to care about them. And that's now, I can definitely say, will stay with me for many years. And even the strong professionals like boxing legend Mike Tyson or golf legend Tiger Woods, many others, they all have their coaches, despite the fact they're great. So advice number 2 will be believe in yourself. You will have a lot of negative self-talk. I can't do this, I cannot do that, I will fail. Just ignore this when it comes to your mind. People around you, they will try to discourage you by many means. Someone will be jealous, someone will do it unintentionally, but they will try to discourage you at any point. Just ignore them as well. In fact, meet your anxiety head on, do what you fear, and this is the only way to deal with it. If you can't get up early in the morning at 8 o'clock, just try to get up at 5 o'clock. That will definitely help. And Malcolm Gladwell actually popularized the theory of 10,000 hours and the amount of practice which is required to become a professional in any certain skills, whether it's playing the piano, whether it's being a good IT professional or software developer. And you can imagine that for every goal Messi scores in a game, there are hundreds, if not thousands, that he misses during the training. And the last one would be probably the rise above yourself. No human being is fully accomplished until he or she contributes to the cause bigger than themselves. Azerbaijan needs people like yourself, smart, educated, dedicated, to lead us to the more brighter future, to the new era. Can you change the world? I don't know, but you can definitely change Azerbaijan. And I want to cite one of the best writers of myself, the founder of PayPal, and was at the same time the author of the 0 to 1 book, who claims that the secret to the future billion-dollar business or the other company is to start with a niche market. I remember several years ago, staying here now the university's conference, I mentioned that Facebook started within the small campus of Harvard University. When you look at the Uber, how it started from the small city. When you look at how Amazon started with selling niche market products like book and CDs. And Azerbaijan is a small country, and in any change you can cause can have a wide country effect. And now you are entering the workforce in a very crucial time for our country. It has been mentioned here by Araz Muallim that thanks to the leadership of our president and the courage and heroism of our army, we have now restored Azerbaijan's sovereignty. This is a unique opportunity to all of you to fulfill your civic duty, and please just seize this opportunity. Well, dear students, do these pieces of advice guarantee success in life? Probably not. There is one more magic ingredient in the life, which is luck. And once again, I will try to bring some examples from my life. When I studied at school, there were more talented, more dedicated students than myself. When I was at the university, I know many classmates of mine who were better, much better than I was. When I started working in different offices, different companies, and government agencies, I met the people who were brighter and smarter than I am. And now, going back and seeing what I have achieved so far, and I can definitely acknowledge the fact that the luck played a crucial and important role. But there is one moment that you cannot let the luck to be the central role in your equation. It cannot be a central, and you cannot sit and wait when the luck knocks on your door. I want to leave you with an important question for years to come. What stands between you and the vision of the success? I want you to keep answering this question every day. And I want you to work hard to close the gap between today and the success of you in the future. Build up your skills and experience, get to know yourself and develop your emotional intelligence. Become part of the cause bigger than yourself. And be one step ahead of your luck, and the luck will definitely catch up with you. And I'm sure one morning it will knock on your door, and just to be ready for that moment, not to be embarrassed in front of yourself, and not to be embarrassed in front of your colleagues, in front of your parents. Just do whatever it needs to be done in order to be ready for the time when the luck comes and knocks on your door. I wish all of you a great luck in the coming years and throughout your life. Thank you very much once again for inviting me.
Yes, thank you very much for such valuable advices. And now, one of the most important and exciting parts of the event, the diploma awarding ceremony, is starting. For this, I would like to invite Rector Hafiz Pashayev, Dean of the School of Information Technologies and Engineering, Dr. Araz Yusupov, and Director of Admission and Student Records, Mrs. Günay Ziyadova, to the stage.
Konuşacağım ama veren şeyi verenler söyledi. Sorayım değil. Hayır, hindi danışıyor. Yok, hindi yok.
Çıkış sonrası sadece dedim ki rahat olsun.
Okay, I think we are ready to start the procession. So I will call the names one by one. First, I will call the graduates of the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. Allahverdi Hacıyev. We don't hear the names of the students. Gazenfer Hasanzade. Günay Meherremlim. İlham Mirzayev. Kenan Mehdizade. Könül Əliyeva. Natik Hüseyinov. Rüstem Talıbzade. Sadiq Axund. Samir Gəmbərli. Şəmistan Hüseynov. Şölə Gülməliyeva. Ülvi Məmmədov. And we are done with computer engineering. Now we will move to Bachelor of Science in Computer Science graduates. First I call Ələkbər Əsgərov. Asiman Məmmədzadə. Eldəniz Ağalarov. Elnur Abdullayev. Fəridə Bayramova. Günəş Hacıyeva. Həmidə Əsgərova. İqbal Hüseynov. İsmail İsmailov. Celal Mehmedli. Cavid Beydemirli. Kemal Mustafayev. Hürrem Hacızade. Lale Eskerova. Leyla Ağazade. Mehmetgulu Novruzov. Mirhesen Hüseyinov. Murat Abdullayev. Orhan Can. Rövşen Bayramov. Safura Mayılı. Samir Aliyev. Samir Cafarov. Sevane Ahmedzade. Sofia Sayatzade. Terlan İsmail Soy. And we are done with Bachelor of Science in Computer Science as well. Now we move to graduates of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. First I call Ali Pashmine. Azade Yusufzade. Beyler Bayramov. Elcan Azimli. Elmira Piriyeva. Eşat Cabbarov. Emin Aliyev. Ferhat Aydınov. Hasan Nağıyev. Hikmet Allahverdiyev. İsmail Kerimli. Refika Beşirova. Sabine Məmmədova. Sənuber Hüseynova. Sovet Safquluzadə. Türker Ağalov. Vəfa Hümmətli. Vagif Həmzəyev. Zülfiyə Nəsirli.
Bir neçə tələbəni bir də çəkəcəyik. You call them, please. One only person? Is it one person? Okay. Orxana bir alqışlar əlavə çünki o şəkli alınır. Orxan, o pin nədir o? What is that about?
I found it.
Okay, you like it. Okay.
Assalam. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, now please stand for the anthem of ADA University. Yes. Thank you very much. And now we are adjourning soon and wish to give the finishing words to our respectful Rector Hafiz Pashayev. Buyurun.
Bu ara götür götür. Ben bunu çekeceğim kabağa. Biraz kabağa çeke. Bu lazım değil. Akşamınız hayır. Ne güzel gündür bugün. Güzelliği elbette tek havanın güzelliği değil. Burada bizim kampüste gelip yığışmağınız değil. En büyük güzellik odur ki bizim bu güzel tələbələr 4-5 illik zəhmətinin bəhrəsini görüb bugün öz diplomlarını alırlar. Mən sizin hamınızı ürəkdən təbrik edirəm. Təşəkkür eləmək istəyirəm sizə ki, siz bizə də imkan verdiniz tələbələri görək. Axır bir il tələbə görmürük. Bu kampusda hamı danışır, gözəllik var, amma tələbəsiz gözəllik yoxdur. Ona görə mən sizə təşəkkür edirəm ki, bugün bizə bu sevinci yaşattınız ve ahir gününüz olsa da burada. Ama gene de bizi yaşattınız ve bize hoş günler, hoş saatler bağışladınız. Ama hiç yere gitmirsiniz. Siz kalırsınız bizimle. Ben burada bayaqları bu diplomları verende her birinden soruşurdum ki işləyirsən, işləmirsən. Rəşad müəllim, heç sizə ehtiyacları yoxdur bunların. Bunlar hamısının işi var. Ben statistika hakkında danışanda həmişə deyirdim ki 6 ay ərzində bizim tələbələr heç olmasa 80-90% artıq iş tapırlar. Amma bunlar heç qurtarmamış universiteti artıq iş tapıblar. Əlbəttə bunların sənətinin xüsusiyyətidir ki, bunları hər yerdə gözləyirlər. Hər yerdə bunlara yollar açıqdır, qapılar açıqdır və siz xoşbaxt bir zamanda Azərbaycanın tarixi cəhətdən ən ola bilsin ki, vacib mərhələsində siz həyata qovuşursunuz. Sizin qabağınızda dediyim kimi hər şey açıq. Sizin işlərinizlə Azərbaycan bundan sonra da böyüyəcək, fərəhlənəcək sizin işlərlə və mən inanıram ki, siz də öz işlərinizlə bizim universitetin adını yüksəklərə qaldıracaqsınız. Tələbələri təbrik elədik. Bəzi sözlər valideynlər haqqında deyildi. Ama ben xüsusi demək istəyirəm valideynlər haqqında. Çünki doğrudan da bunların bu mərhələyə çatmasında valideynlərin əsas rolu olub. Bayaq Lalə deyəsən danışırdı da burada. Lalə deyirdi ki, gecəni yatmayıb. Anası, atası yaran olub. Doğrudan da bizim vəzifəmiz müəllimlərin, bizim universitet rəhbərliyin vəzifəsi odur ki, tələbələr buradan hazırlıqlı çıxsınlar və öz həyat yolunda öz bacarıqlarını göstərsinlər. Amma siz qurtarırsınız da indi. Axırıncı gününüzdür. Mən siz daxil olanda mən deyirdim ki, çox möhkəm oxumalısınız, əziyyət çəkməlisiniz, özünüzə yer qazanmalısınız. Amma indi deyirəm ki, çox işləməyin. Biraz istirahət edin. Mən görürəm çoxu, bilmirəm, burada universitetdə çoxu belə biraz sönük vəziyyətdədir. Çox işlətmişsiniz onları. Valideynlərinizə deyirəm, sizə biraz fikir versinlər. Sizə biraz, kim ki arıqdır, onlara biraz yaxşı yemək versinlər. Kim ki köktür, onlara da bir idmana qoşsunlar. Doğrudan da valideynlər əlbəttə öz demək, uşaqlarını oğul, qızlarını müvəffəq görmək istəyirlər. Amma yadınızdan çıxartmayın ki, siz sağlam olmasanız, siz heç zad eləyə bilməzsiniz. Ona görə mənim sizə tövsiyəm, indiyəcən demişəm oxuyun, amma indi deyirəm oxumayın. İndi biraz özünüzə baxın. Doğrudan da böyük bir yoldur qarşınızda. Ona görə siz gərək möhkəm olasınız hər cəhətdən. Əlbəttə, sonra gedib deyirsiniz ki, direktor bizi deyir ki, hiç oxumayın, işləməyin. Kimdən soruşdum, harada işləyirsən? Çoxu deyir, bankda işləyir, öz şirkətlərini düzəldiblər. Böyük qurular sizə arzulayıram. Siz həmişə demək, bu bizim işlərin ən önündə olasınız. Siz həmişə özünüzü hər yerdə elə göstərəsiniz ki, sizi axtarsınlar, sizə ehtiyac olsun. Mən həmişə deyirəm ki, iş axtarmaq yaxşı şeydir. Amma iş yaratmaq ondan da yaxşıdır. Mən elə bilirəm, siz elə oxumusunuz ki, elə tərbiyə, elə təhsil almışsınız ki, artıq iş yaratmaq bacarığı da sizdə var. Ona görə sizi mən çağırıram. Çox yani özünüzü düşünün əlbəttə, amma ölkəni düşünün ilk növbədə. Ölkə dediyim kimi elə mərhələdədir ki, mən tək sizə demirəm onu, mən hamıya deyirəm. Qələbə yaxşı şeydir. Böyük qələbədir, qazanmışıq. Biz 30 ildən sonra öz mənliyimizi təsdiqləmişik, torpaqlarımızı qaytarmışıq. Amma əgər bugün deyək ki, hər birimiz hansısa səylər göstərmişik. İndən sonra, bundan sonra bəlkə 10 qat mən sizi çağırıram ki, o səylərinizi artırasınız. Çünki ümumən dünyada vəziyyət, bizim qonşuluqda, ümumən indiki zamanədə bilikli, qüvvətli insan, qüvvətli ölkə qalib olur. Siz, mən xahiş edirəm ki, siz bunu özünüz də, sizin tanışlarınıza da, qohumlarınıza deyəsiniz. Bizim ixtiyarımız yoxdur ki, biz zəiflik göstərək. Mənim, bilirsiniz, sizə baxıb fəxr eləyirəm. Çünki bu ilkin illərdə, müstəqilliyimizin ilkin illərində o itirdiyimiz torpaqlar ümumən bizə müəyyən mənada zərbələr ona görə vurulmuşdu ki, sizin kimi tələbələrimiz onda hələ yox idi. Bax, indi siz varsınız, mən əlbəttə gələcəyə çox böyük ümidlə baxıram və inanıram ki, bizim nəslin səhvlərini siz eləməyəcəksiniz. Təəssüf ki, mən öz payıma deyirəm. Bizim, sizin yaşınızda olanda biz o gələcəkdə rastlaşdığımız çətinliklərə heç inanmazdıq ki, rastlaşa bilərik. Amma siz indi bilirsiniz. Ona görə sizdən çox xahiş edirəm ki, siz hər bir işinizdə Azərbaycan naminə addımlarınızı atasınız, Azərbaycan naminə öz həyatınızı qurasınız. Vətənsiz sizin heç birinizin əsl xoşbaxtlığı olmayacaq. Ona görə mən bu sözləri deyərək bir daha sizi çağırıram, bizim qələbəmizi xüsusi qeyd eləyək. Var olsun bizim qələbə. Çox sağ olun. Əziz tələbələr, bu sizin uğurunuz tək sizin uğuru deyil, bizim müəllimlərin uğurudur. Bizim müəllimlər bu neçə illərdə sizə öz biliklərini, bacardıqlarını, bütün xüsusiyyətləri veriblər. Mən onları hamısını bir-bir olmasa da birlikdə qeyd eləmək istəyirəm və onları da təbrik eləmək istəyirəm. Onlara universitet adından böyük minnətdarlığımızı bildirmək istəyirəm. Tək siz tələbələr demək bu məzun olmursunuz. Bəzi sizin rəhbərləriniz də məzun olur. Məsələn, bu Araz dediyi kimi bu dekanlıqdan məzun olur. Amma Araz müəllim əlbəttə universitetdən qalır. O deyəndə ki, niyə tələsirsən, hələ 5 ilin olmayıb. Deyir, mən deyir, bir universitetə yeni mədəniyyət gətirmək istəyirəm ki, öz ərizəmlə dekanlıqdan çıxam. Bu da yaxşı təşəbbüs idi, amma başqa dekanlara biraz qorxu düşüb. Hamı sən kimi bizim bu saytla bağlı bu ilki və keçən ilki uğurlardan demək istəyirəm. Bizim bu ən böyük nailiyyətlərimizdən biri odur ki, biz həm öz məzunlarımıza, Rəşad müəllim, həm başqa cavan yetişmiş cavanlara yaxşı imkan açmışıq. Biz Amerikanın ən mötəbər universitetlərindən biri, George Washington Universiteti ilə ikili bir diplom proqramı başlamışıq. Artıq bir ili 20 tələbə bir il artıq oxuyub. İndi bu 2-3 gün sonra, yəni iyulun 1-dən onlar artıq Amerikada gedib dərslərinə başlamalıdır. Azı 7 ay deyəsən orada olacaqlar və məzun olacaqlar. Amma bizim istədiyimiz odur ki, onların bəziləri orada qalsın, o PhD proqramına da daxil olsunlar və bizim universitetə gələcək müəllimlərimizi o yoldan hazırlaya bilək. Mən burada bilirəm ki, bizim məzunların sırasında da bir neçəsi var ki, bu il daxil olublar. Əlbəttə, onlar hələ getməyəcək, amma onlar bu il daxil olublar. Bu, demək, 5 illik proqramdır, biz onlarla razılaşmışıq. Həm Computer Science və Data Analytic, həm də ki, Electrical Engineering sayəsində. Bu, mənim axır zamanlar elə bil ki, ən böyük ümid bəslədiyim proqram budur. Bu, ümumən ölkədə müəyyən mənada vəziyyəti dəyişdirəcək bu sahədə. Bizim universitetin gələcək, əlbəttə, inkişafını da biz injinerlik sahəsində görürük. Ona görə sizin məktəb bizim üçün çox vacibdir. Bu sayt məktəbi ilk gündən bizim demək olar imicimizi diplomatik akademiya imicindən artıq tam universitet imicinə keçirməli bir faktor oldu, keçirəcək bir faktor oldu. Ona görə bu uğurları mən inanıram ki, sayt da davam eləyəcək, başqa fakültələr də davam eləyəcək. Rəşad müəllim, çox sağ olun. Siz əla demək, tövsiyələr verdiniz bizim məzunlara. Bilirəm ki, onlar yaxşı qulaq asdılar və sizin sözlərinizi əməldə istifadə eləyəcəklər. Ceyran, sən harda yetişmisən? Spiyada. Sabahdır sizin. Ceyran, sən sabah olacaqsan gene master seremoni. Gene sən. Mən də olacağım ha. Bunlar olmayacaq. Sənlə mən qalacaq. Ona görə mənim çıxışım bugün nəzərə alan ki, sabahda çıxış eləməliyəm, bürsüyün də çıxış eləməliyəm. Adətən bir dəfə çıxış eləyirəm böyük auditoriya qarşısında. Amma bu dəfə xoşbaxtam ki, sizinlə daha sıx ünsiyyətdə oldum. Mən sizin hamınızı təbrik edirəm. Mübarək olsun, uğurlar olsun. Heç nədən çəkinməyin. Həmişə irəliyə. Sizin kifayət qədər hazırlığınız var və inanıram ki, siz dediyim kimi bizə uğurlar gətirəcəksiniz. İndi deyəsən ən əsas məsələyə keçməliyik də. Mən indi sübut eləmək istəyirəm ki, mən də İngiliscə bilirəm. Mən də hazır olun. Deyirəm ki, by the virtue of power invested vested on me, I declare ADA University Class 2021 graduated.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know?